We have some excellent reporters here on this island. What plans might there be to see their stories in the Star-Advertiser?
That's a fair question. You know, it goes back to it comes up from our own folks on, you know, when it's helpful, especially with the lava flow and those kind of things. Do we send our Star-Advertiser people over? There's already people here. In some ways, it's a kind of a complicated. I'll just be really honest. It's a complicated answer because there's unions involved and unions jurisdictions and those kind of things. But we've tried to keep all the papers separate, and that's really the bottom line. The best way to do that is just keep it pure. That doesn't mean it's 100%. It doesn't mean that we're going to do something crazy. If it's only available one way, we'll work around it. But in general, we've tried to keep Hilo, Kona, Kauai, Oahu. Probably begs another question that I think, I remember one of your questions I think you were going to talk about on your radio show, is the seeing the multiple stories going back and forth between Hilo and Kona. Well, I was kind of surprised by that actually when we first started looking at the papers and then subsequently looking at it more on a regular basis since we purchased them, that there's a lot of, same headlines, same stories back and forth, and it's no fault of anyone that's running those papers now. Came from afar, and I think it's crazy. Hilo needs to be focused on Hilo, and the West Hawaii stuff needs to be in West Hawaii. Now that's all. Obviously there's statewide and island-wide things, and that's different. But in general, we need to start pulling those apart, because otherwise it begs the question, why not just have one newspaper? And I don't think we want to go down that road.
Actually, I got several questions that are focused on that exact same thing. Also, I'd just like to make a comment. Even though there is Hilo and there is Kona, this is one island, and so a lot of people actually are very interested in what goes on all around the island. But several questions are focused on what is the future of the newspapers? Is it likely that we will end up having one island newspaper that combines everything? And you sort of answered that, but please address it more fully, because it's the long-term vision that folks are interested in.
Well, that's not the goal. The goal, I think, is have two very, very good local newspapers. And I realize that the Big Island can be seen as one entity, but you have two distinct markets and very different issues going on in each local community. So I think what's made newspapers very successful over the years, and what we still want to focus on here, because we're small enough to be able to do that, is to be local. And it's difficult, I think, if you look at combining both newspapers, as some ways that's already been done. But I know working with David and Tracy over the next year or so, we hope to improve upon that.